chapter number 7. One of the Pharisees asked him over a meal. He went to the Pharisee's house and sat down at the dinner table. Just then a woman in the village of the town, a harlot, which means a whore, having learned that Jesus was a guest in the home of the Pharisee, came with a bottle of very expensive perfume. And stood at his feet weeping, raining tears on his feet, letting down her hair. She dried his feet and kissed them, and then anointed them with her perfume.
Yes, sir.
When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, if this man was the prophet I thought he was, he would have known what kind of woman this is who is falling all over him. Somebody say, she must have been anointed. Watch this. Jesus said to him, Simon, I have something to tell you. Oh, tell me then. Come on, we're going down to 50. Two men were in debt to a banker. One owed 500 silver pieces and the other 50. Neither of them could pay up, and so the banker canceled both debts, which the two would be more grateful. Somebody say grateful. Just keep that word in your mind. Simon answered, I'm supposed the one who was forgiven the most. That's right, said Jesus. Then turning to the woman, but speaking to Simon, he said, do you see this woman? I came to your home. You provided no water for my feet, but she rained her tears on my feet and dried them with her hair. Somebody say, we're going to make it rain. You gave me no greeting, but from the time I arrived, she hasn't quit kissing my feet. Come on. You provided nothing for freshening up, but she has soothed my feet with perfume. Impressive, isn't it? She was forgiven many sins, and she is very, very grateful. If the forgiveness is minimum, the gratitude is minimal. Then he spoke to her, I forgive your sins. Watch this. Anything that's out of God's order is a sin.
Yes, sir.
Anything that's out of his order is a sin.
Yes, sir.
But the good news is you can be forgiven.
Amen.
Come on, verse 50.
Amen.
49, I'm sorry. That set the dinner guest talking behind his back. Sound like church people to me. Who does he think he is forgiving sins? He ignored them and said to the woman, your faith has saved you. Now go in peace. Now I just want to talk from the subject real briefly this morning because it's out of here. I don't preach it long. From guilt to gratitude. Help me, Jesus. See, what I've learned, when you look at this, the pericope of the text, when you look at the book of Luke, it's written by Luke the physician, who also has a part of the writing also in the book of Acts. But when you begin to look at the book of Luke, there are certain things that you find out concerning Luke, is that there are some things that you should be doing. Now here it is, when you're going from guilt to gratitude, you got to understand the definition of gratitude. The quality or feeling of being grateful or thankful. Now what happens, you got to understand, is that this woman somehow broke out in a radical worship. So a radical worship is not a normal worship. A radical worship cannot be taught. A radical worship has to become a part of who you are. So what happens is that this woman, she was not really concerned about nobody giving water for the feet of Jesus. She made it rain on her own. See, when you're trying to please God, you will make stuff happen on your own, and you will never make an excuse which you don't have to make it happen. This is what this chick did right here in the Bible. She cried on his feet, and she washed Jesus' feet with her own tears, and she dried his feet with her hair. This was a bad chick right here. And what happens is that a lot of us, we can't develop and grow because of we have so much stuff in our past that we cannot get over, and we're not even being grateful unto God and understanding the gratitude of God because we're still stuck. Let me help you with something right here. That everybody who have children, one of the hardest pills to swallow is the pill of you disciplining you out of your own kid. I can give you the benediction. We can go home right there. That's the hardest pill to swallow. You disciplining you out of your own child because you just like me. Yeah, so the thing is, why you mad all the time when you see you? Jesus. Now you got your kid feeling guilty about the way you act or have acted. Oh, gee, boy. Y'all done got quiet up in here. See, and the thing is that and the reason why that happens, there are some things that you have missed growing up when you were raising your children. You wasn't trying to get your children delivered out of them because when you saw you thought it was cute. You laughed at it. They just like me. But you didn't know what monster you was recreating.
Say it again.
So now that you see yourself reincarnated in your child.
Yes, sir.
They evil because you were evil. They nasty because you were nasty. You taught them your habits. Because we were some immature adults because we thought what we was doing was cool. And we flaunted that around our children and say, Dad rolled it, that we ain't teaching them to do right. We teaching them to take over our legacy. Okay, praise the Lord. Tell your neighbors it's gonna be all right. Just hold on. So watch this. See, we haven't taught them what was going to come in Matthew 5 and 11. Okay, I'm going to read it for you. Blessed are you when others rival you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. We ain't teaching them that when you follow God, people going to talk about you falsely. Hear me, people. When you in God, that's supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen. When you join God's kingdom, let me tell you, some of them good things people used to say about you, not going to remain. Who they think they are. They all spiritually holy now. They forgot when they was in the street. No, that's I'm trying to forget. Because I don't want to go back there. Because I come to find out that's what my weakness is back there in the street. That's my kryptonite. Because if I go back, that's what I'm going to fall to. So I'm trying to forget those things of which are behind me now. I got something different that I'm pressing towards now. And you trying to hold that against me? Yeah, you should tell your kids everything you did dirty and grimy coming up.
Amen.
Don't let them hear about you from the streets. Because who you ran with in the street, they kids in the street now too. Yeah, girl, your daddy used to be out here with my father. You know, father was F-A-V, ain't F-A-T-H, father. And then what happened, then their kids start walking around a big S on their church. On their chest. Yeah, my dad used to be out here doing this thing. And we haven't even realized that we have set them up for failure. So what happens later on in life, they walk around with all this guilt because of how we have failed as a parent. So when they walk around with guilt, they no longer understand gratitude.
Yes, sir.
They don't understand when to be thankful.
Amen.
Right. Okay, praise the Lord.
Amen.
Y'all better catch on quick. Watch this. When you're talking about from guilt to gratitude, you're talking about proud versus the humble. And see, the thing is that you got to learn when you make mistakes, ain't no time you be getting proud. You got to humble yourself and realize I made it. The thing is, we all have made mistakes in this room. And you're probably going to make a few more. But you got to be humble enough to say, it was me. Ain't had to do with nobody else. Okay, let me have it like this. When you go to the hospital, you don't go to the hospital looking for healthy people. You pray that they become healthy. So don't you be coming in here looking for all perfect people. Because this is God's hospital too. The thing is, I got to give you some prescriptions to get your mind right, so you can function the way God told you to function. See, because what happens when I come to find out, everybody who really comes to the body of Christ, you come because you need some order in your life. Because out there in the world, I've been out of order for so long, I need order brought back to me. Because I know how to do me out there, but I got to learn how to do me in here. I got to learn how to be under the authority of God and be submitted to God in all things. Watch this. The Pharisees are proud people. Yeah, Pharisees come to church, you're proud. But you got to get rid of that pride, because it's going to kill you. It may not naturally kill you, but it's going to kill every dream you're trying to believe God for. Trust me. The Bible makes it very clear what happens when pride shows up. Before destruction comes, pride shows up. Then you're still trying to figure out your way. But that's the Bible says there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but in that way here comes death and destruction. The truth of the matter is you're killing your own self. It ain't Rev in them, it's you. Okay, praise the Lord. I don't know what you come get today, but you're going to be all right. Watch this. Yeah, right. This boy talking about he refused to wash Jesus' feet. Not the chick, he. Peter, that boy Peter. Something wrong with Peter. True. I ain't doing that. You tell Pete he was Afro-American. I ain't doing that. Well, that's beneath me. Wash nobody's feet. His feet may be stinky. Yeah, but your life does. Your life stinks. I'm just asking you to wash my feet. I gotta wash your life.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, Jesus, hallelujah. But baby, it's hot in here. But don't bother. This bother because I'm about finished. He refused to greet Jesus with respect. So he didn't know what honor was. See, you can't walk up to Jesus and say, hey man, what's up? No, you have to be honorable when you approach him. The way up is down. It's submission. See, like I say all the time, I ain't here to like you. And I ain't here for you to like me. I'm here to get you to the next place in the things of God. That's my assignment. See, you too worry about people liking you, and you're going to miss out where you're supposed to be going. Now, here's the thing. I take love over like any day. Because God told me, command me to love, but he ain't command me to like. Because there's some ways about you I just may not like. But since you love God and you in the family of God, I got to love my brothers and my sisters. And this is one thing I cannot understand. I need to have a talk with Jesus about this, is that I can't pick who go to this church. I'm like, Lord, can I do a sifting process? I don't get to choose y'all, but y'all get to choose me. Ain't that something else? Something wrong. One pastor told me, he was like, man, one thing I come to find out as pastor, we can't even choose our family members. We gotta love them anyway. Even some of my church family. Because you get some of us got some family like, woo gee, they like, I don't want to deal with them either. No, see, you got, if you get real, you got some just toe up from the floor up. You be like, they invite me to one more cookout, and they know I'm not coming. See, the thing is that in a lot of our behavior has been developed based upon past guilt.
Amen.
That's how it's been developed. Based upon past guilt and guilt that people have put off on you. I can't believe they ain't doing what I say. Well, Ma, you don't do everything God say. Dad, you don't do everything God say. Dad, you barely come to church. Ma, you barely go to church. And you want me to listen to you? Okay, all right, praise the Lord. And let me, okay, I hear y'all this word. And let me help y'all grown parents out. They live in my house. But, okay, I understand that. But is your house a house for me and my house? We will serve the Lord. See, because if your house ain't serving the Lord, there's some demands you not even will be able to make.
Well,